Hey Sonny, what's up, man? It's Coach Matt over at Primal doing your video analysis. So thanks for sending in the video and letting me upload it to YouTube. I appreciate it. So in your email, you said this was your, I believe it's 43 feet 10 inch. This is your PR. I'm going to take a look at it and see some ways to improve. Maybe just a, one or two things to work on here as we approach the end of the season. We don't want to go too crazy and start giving you, 100 different things to work on. One or two big things that are going to make a huge difference in your throws over the next couple of weeks for your championship meet. So what I want to do is take a look at this sort of from back to front. So let's see here. There you go. Okay, so let's take a look at how the video starts. We've got a good position here. You're nice and low in the back of the circle. What I always look for is that if you were to drop the shot put, that would land outside the circle. So this is a really good starting position. You're low, and you can tell here, even the people watching at home, this kind of looks like a power position with your foot pointed toward 12 o'clock. That's exactly what I look for in the back of the circle. If you were to turn this foot toward the camera, it would look just like a power position. You'd have the shot put on the neck, your left arm would be closed, all of your weight, your upper body, and the shot is back behind your power foot, and you've got your hip, your knee, and your ankle all stacked up right on top of each other. The only difference between the back of the circle and the front of the circle is in the back of the circle, the foot is facing 12 o'clock. The front of the circle, the foot is facing over here at 9 o'clock. The issue with everybody in the glide shot is what happens between this point and the front. So does everything go haywire or does everything start looking good? So let's take a look here. You can see here you get this really exaggerated lift out of your start of your glide. We're coming back down into position. You can start to see what happens here. You do a nice job getting low in the back. You're moving forward. You're doing a good job pushing off the right heel. That's great. You're pushing off the right heel. You're bringing the right foot up and underneath you. Right foot is down. Left foot is down. So here is your power position. Power position looks pretty good. You can see that you're starting to open up a little bit. So you're starting to kind of open and face your chest and your head. And if this left arm was straight, your left arm is kind of over here around 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. I'd love to see you stay back a little bit more than this. You've got the back of the circle, that shot put would have landed outside of the circle, like we mentioned earlier. Here, it wouldn't hit you in the foot, but it would be kind of very close to dropping and landing on that toe. So if you just kept that upper body back a little bit more, stayed in that wound up and that torqued position a little bit better, you're going to have a lot more power on that throw. We're going to show you the cause of this, or what I think is the cause of this, in a little bit. From here, you start to deliver that shot. You see how you're shifting weight onto your left a little bit early? So we're not doing a good job here of moving and driving that right knee and driving that right toe so it points down the middle of that throwing sector. You can see here you're really starting to open up the hips and open up your left hand, and you really haven't done a good job of pushing that knee and turning that knee so that it points down the middle of that sector. Now I think because of this, what happens is all of your weight has shifted early onto your left, so there's really nothing that you can do. There's really no power or no push coming out of this right side. Your feet come off the ground and you're jumping and throwing. So we've got to do a better job of keeping the feet on the ground until the shot is just about to come out of the fingers. So you can see here you're throwing the shot and your feet are off the ground. I always tell people, being from New England, I'm a Pats fan. My apologies if you root for a team that the Patriots have beaten. But one of the things that I want to always tell kids is, if you play football, which a lot of throwers do, you watch a quarterback. when is the quarterback going to be able to throw the farthest? Is the quarterback going to be able to throw the farthest when he's getting chased out of the pocket? He's got a linebacker chasing him. He's about to get sacked, and he jumps and throws. That throw maybe is going to go 20 yards. It's not going to have a lot of aim. It's not going to have a lot of power. Just sort of one of these close my eyes, jump and throw to avoid the sack. It's not going to go anywhere. Now compare that to, say, throwing a Hail Mary. If you're throwing a Hail Mary, you give the quarterback time. They set their feet. They keep their feet on the ground. They can push and explode into that throw, and then they end up throwing a bomb into the end zone, some 50, 60-yard throw. Keep the feet on the ground, my man. So do some non-reverse throws. Really work on keeping your right foot on the ground and pushing as hard as possible through the ground. Don't jump off the circle and throw. Push so hard that you're trying to push that cement slab down into the ground. Okay, so I'd say that's probably the biggest thing, is that when you land in this power position, work on turning that right side as one complete unit. Turn the right side down the middle of that throwing sector so that you can drive off that right leg. Don't shift onto your left and stand up. Turn the right knee, the right toe, and the right hip all as one unit. Explode down the middle of that circle so that you can then push and drive into the throw with your right side. Don't shift that weight and then stand up. In the back of the circle, the reason why I think you're landing open is you got this double pump going on. See that left arm? This is something that a lot of throwers do. They take that left arm and they use that left arm. They bend and they kind of jerk that left arm backwards to give them a little bit more power through the circle. So they try to get some speed through the circle and they yank that left arm and they pop that left arm backwards. So by doing that, you then have to extend the arm again. Boop, see that? So you bend, that's what I call a double pump. It's 1, 2. So you use the left arm twice. Keep that left arm nice and long and nice and relaxed, and that's going to help you keep your upper body back in a better position. All right, so 2 big things to work on. You can work on them almost at the same time. If you think of it that way, you can keep the left arm nice and long, nice and relaxed and back. That's going to keep your upper body closed. And then once your upper body is closed, your more weight is going to be back on that right side. Then you can turn the right side, that whole right leg as a unit, the hip, the knee, and the foot, turn it down the middle of that sector and push off that right side rather than kind of shifting your weight onto your left side. So hopefully that makes sense. Please let me know if you have any questions, and I will talk to you soon.